My name is Miguel Duran, and I am an occupational therapy student at the University of Texas at El Paso. And in this video, we're going to be demonstrating how to set up a Arduino circuit with two ultrasensors on a board as part of our assistive technology course. The purpose and the reason for our design was we received a case study of an individual with cerebral palsy with the diagnosis of being visually impaired. So what my group decided to do was to create a ultrasensor system using the Arduino circuits to develop a system to put and mount on a walker. That way the individual can receive input based on distance of incoming objects. So this video will be a tutorial on the steps we took to make the ultrasensors work, to have it indicate both left and right sensors. I want to give a quick acknowledgement and shout out to the Gaia Workshop Center at the University of Texas at El Paso, specifically Austin Bryant. He is a senior electrical engineer, and he was a massive player in helping us design and code the circuits. That way we can get it to do what we need it to do for our patient. And additionally, I think this video serves as kind of a stepping stone in our interprofessional development. As occupational therapy students, we have no training on coding or wiring or electronic systems at all. Yet we can seek help and use our resources as students and as professionals to reach out to different professions, such as electrical engineering, to develop something for our patients. So this video will act as hopefully a motivator to future students and other professions, that we're not stuck in our own profession and our own scope of practice. We can branch out and we can find ways to better help our patients' lives. So hopefully this video is helpful to you, and let's get started. Okay, and before we begin setting everything up, we would first need to download the Arduino software onto our computer. You can do so by going to arduino.cc/en/software, and it'll take you to this page. The link will also be in the description. You would simply just need to go to where it says downloads and download the one for your computer. For example, I have the one for a Mac, so simply click on Mac, and you could just skip all these. You could just go to download, and it will go ahead and upload the file onto your computer. Okay, once you have the Arduino system and software booted up, you'll be greeted to this page. For the purpose of this circuit board that we're doing today, there's a couple of considerations that you need to do before you plug it in. First, you're going to need to go to your library manager and look up new ping. And it's going to be this one right here, the first one by Tom Eckel. Simply just install it for the purpose of this ultrasensor. Sorry about that. Once you have it installed, that's all you would need to do. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and come over here to File, Open, and you will go ahead and upload the code. Here's the code. You're going to open the code, and I already have it open on this side, and the program is up and ready to go, and then you're ready to go ahead and connect your Arduino. All right, and for the fabrication and actual putting the circuit and sensors together, all you will need is some type of Arduino. This is Elegoo Uno R3. Then you also need the connection to mount it from the device onto the computer. As you can see, we have two different ultrasonic sensors. We have a breadboard. We have a handful of male to female wire connections and two male to male connections. The first step in the process is to take one of the male-to-male wires, and we're going to plug it into the 5-volt connector. And you notice there that it says 5 volts. And then we're going to go ahead and connect that to the positive end on the breadboard. And we're just going to put it right here. Okay. Then next, we are going to take our other male-to-male connector, plug it into the ground connection right here on the Arduino, and we're going to put that on the negative side right over here. All right, and now for the first connector, we will be putting the first wire. We will need 4 male to female wires. The first one will be going into the ground, so it will be this pin here. And you can put it alongside any of the negative lines here, an attachment, so I'll just put it here. And then for the VCC and the positive end, we will get another female end. We will connect it here, and we will connect that alongside our 5-volt line on the breadboard, as shown. Next, we will take our other wire, and we will connect it to our trig connection. So for our trig connection, we will connect that to our number 7 on the board here. And then lastly, for our echo connection, we will connect that. And we're gonna go ahead and connect that to our 8-pin connection right here. And that's the first board. All right, and now for our second sensor, we will be, now that we finished our first one, so we will move on to our second. So for our second, we'll go ahead and take our first pin would be the VCC. So we're gonna go ahead and take that. And much like with the other one, we will be connecting it to our positive end. And then for our ground, we will connect it here and connect that to our negative side on the breadboard. Okay. And then now for our trig, we'll go ahead and connect that. And we're gonna go ahead and connect that to our number 9 on the board. And last but not least, we will take the last connector, connect it to our echo. Right there. And we'll connect that lastly into our 10. And now all the wires are set up and good to go. Okay, now once we have our circuit put together and our code on our computer, we're going to go ahead and test to see if it works. So first we're just going to take this end and connect it to our Arduino circuit. Then we're going to go ahead and take this wire and connect it to our computer. Once we do that, you'll notice that the light turned green, indicating that it's connected. And we also notice that our sensor is giving us values. So to make sure that we're testing it correctly, we're simply just gonna verify the code. And you'll notice it's taking a while to compile. If you're having issues with this step, please be sure that you click up here just to make sure that your Arduino is connected. It should automatically connect to the Arduino. If not, then you can go ahead and select other board and look for it there. But upon plugging it in, it should just give you the option to select it. So make sure that you're selecting Arduino Uno. Now to test the board. So if you notice, one of the board is So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna test the right board first. So we're gonna test it with using this book. So we're simply just gonna have the sensor pointing forward towards the book, and we notice that it's giving us a reading of 15 centimeters. If we move the book farther away off the screen, we notice that it's reading 28 centimeters. Now if we move it closer, we notice that the right is reading 3 centimeters. So that's how we know that we're getting the correct values. And even if we move it, we notice that we're getting different values. Next, we're gonna go ahead and test the left one. So again, if we hold it here, we're getting a reading of about 12 centimeters. If we move it farther, we notice that we get 23 to 30. And as we come closer, we notice again that the numbers are decreasing, indicating that it's closer. So that's how we know that the circuits are working.